Hey friends. Well, today, sadly, I'm going to share with you the end of the story. Well, not really the end, not really, but just the last story that I have to share with you for a while. Been enjoying sharing the story with you each week in these videos this year. It's been a crazy year. We're going to hopefully be doing some things back in person at church soon, and so these videos may not be around after summer, but it's been really great, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I really have. All right, you ready for the last story? The last story? Well, you remember where we left off last week. We saw the disciples, Jesus' friends, saying goodbye to Jesus. Jesus went home to heaven. And Jesus' friends, well, they stood around on that mountaintop after Jesus had gone up into heaven, and they looked at each other and they said, well, what do we do now? Then they remembered something. They remembered that Jesus had told them that he had one more going away present to send to them. One more gift, special gift. And so they were very excited about this. They wondered what it could possibly be and when it would arrive. And so they waited and they waited and waited and waited for days until finally the day came. God's special gift arrived. And some very strange things were happening that day, friends. The first strange thing that happened was there was this weird noise. Do you hear that? Jesus' friends asked one another. Sounds kind of like a storm is coming. Or like the wind is howling outside, or a siren is blaring in the distance. What is that? What could it be? And then another strange thing happened. Jesus' friends looked up into the sky, and do you know what they saw coming down from heaven? They saw flames of fire. They saw flames of fire in the sky, raining down and coming down and resting on their heads. Can you imagine? I mean, how scared would you be, friends, if you saw fire coming out of the sky and resting on your head? But this wasn't the kind of fire that would hurt you. This was a different kind of fire. And a third strange thing began to happen, friends. Now, the wind was still howling, that rushing wind sound, it was still going. Fire was still coming down from heaven, and then the third strange thing that happened was Jesus' friends started speaking to one another in different languages. It was the wildest thing. They were speaking languages they had never learned before, languages that people on the other side of the whole world spoke. And they were pretty freaked out by it. They looked around and they said, what does this mean? What is happening? What's going on here? And then Peter stood up. You remember Peter, who Jesus called Rock. Peter stood up and he said, don't you see, friends? This is the gift. This is Jesus' last gift to us. It's the gift of knowing that God is always with us. This gift is God telling us that His Spirit is always going to be with us, no matter where we go. No matter if we can see Jesus, if He's here with us, or if He's in heaven. God will always go with us. Oh, Jesus' friends were so excited about this gift. They wanted to share it with everyone they met. And that day they went down and out into the town and shared the good news of Jesus with all kinds of people. And many people that day, friends, many people were baptized and joined God's family. It was a very special day. It's a day that we remember in the church, in our church, and in many churches around this time of year. It's a day called Pentecost, and we remember it with the color red. Why the color red? Exactly, red because of the flames of fire. Pentecost is a day we remember that no matter who we are or what we're doing, if we're at home or school or on vacation or in big trouble, having a terrible day or having a great day, it doesn't matter. God is always with us. God's Spirit is with us. And we also remember on Pentecost that anybody can be a part of God's family. I'm going to leave you with that, friends. I hope you've enjoyed these stories. I hope that you have a great summer and that I see many of you at church very soon. Take care, friends. Goodbye.